Okay, so what's the big deal, right? You're probably thinking, so we have two ways of thinking about subtraction. You can think about it as the traditional takeaway, or we can think about it as a difference, like how different are the two numbers. Well, I'll tell you what the advantage of thinking about it in two different ways is. It, it really depends on what you're subtracting for one thing, and later on in math, as I mentioned before, the difference perspective is going to be become a more dominant perspective in some concept. One main concept I'm thinking about in high school math. Now, but for now, I mean, just suppose you have um, 4,996 and you want to subtract 100. Well, that particular subtraction problem is take away is just much more logical. If you take away 100 from 4,996, that leaves you with 4,896. No problem with that. Now, but suppose you have 5,000 and 5,002 minus 4,997. How about that? Well, taking away 4,997, that's a lot to take away. But those two numbers, 4,997 and 5,002, they're actually pretty close to each other on the number line. I mean, 4,997, and then just a little bit further out, you've got 5,002. Well, how are these numbers the same number? No. Well, you've got 4,998, 4,999, 5,000, 5,001. Here's 5,000 here. Here's 5,001 right here. 4,999, 4,999, 4,998. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The difference is 5. Because 5 is how different 4,997 is from 5,002. So there are in fact some subtraction problems where difference perspective makes the subtraction much easier. Notice if we had done that, taken the traditional approach on that, we would have had to do a whole bunch of borrowing, and it's really not necessary if you just think about the difference perspective.